Hello, Stafford here with Adventure Kiteboarding. We just got in the new Ocean Rodeo HL wings. So they're called the glides, and we got the 5 meters in. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So first, it comes in a kite bag style thing. It's not like a cheesy little bag, but it's an actual, I don't know, full-blown kite bag, really. Zippers down both sides, and we have the wing inside. We have an exterior pocket where we have some repair stuff and a wrist leash with some instructions, obviously, on where to connect it on your wing. So it's good to see that there's a durable backpack style bag here that has a pump attachment point on it, so you can bring your pump to the beach. There are instructions in here about pumping up your wing. So they're saying 8 psi is a good point. You might want to go a little firmer if you want to have a stiffer wing for either heavier riders or high wind conditions, or if you're pumping a lot. If you're not doing that, you might want to back off a little bit, and 8 psi is fine. But the pressure that you put in your wing matters to how well it performs. Kite pressure gauges are not exactly perfect, so you're going to have to feel it out a little bit and make sure that you don't go way too soft or way too hard, but you should get the hang of that after pumping it up a few times, and you'll feel if it's stiff enough or not. Okay, back to the wing itself. So we weighed this on our scale, and this complete 5 meter set right here, this wing came in at 4 pounds with the windows. For comparison's sake, an Ozone 5 meter came in at 5 pounds. So this is a full 20% lighter. So I'm going to pump this up here in a second and show you what it looks like. You'll notice there's a Lula material on it. And the entire main strut is a Lula. And that's where a lot of the weight savings come in. And then, of course, a reinforcement band across the leading edge will also be a Lula. So that'll stiffen up your canopy. So let's take a look at what it looks like fully inflated. So this is a 12 psi pump up for your strut. So 3 handles, 3 big handles, wide handles. The middle one, sort of a different material than the 2 others. They are removable because they have Velcros on them. So you can take off ones if you don't think they're going to work for you. If you don't like how they are, the Velcros, you can remove them. So you have a chance to deal with that. The leading edge on this first edition does say 7 psi on it. That's printed on there. Again, there's an insert right in the package that says 8 psi. So this is much more of a middle range, and I think for most people you're going to need to go stiffer, more like 8 psi. I probably wouldn't go over 9. 10 is going to be too much. But a couple of things that I also notice about this, again, both the middle strut here is a Lula pumped up separately from your leading edge, but you can see this Alula strut tapers quite a bit towards the trailing edge, and you can see that there's a tightness or a stiffness to this canopy. It's not flappy just sitting there, so there's a decent amount of tension already on it. 2 small windows per side. They are oriented horizontally, so when you're winging you'll be able to actually use those. But we'll see how much they actually work when I'm actually riding with this. It's just hard to see right in a store and say, oh, these windows are perfect spot or not. You just have to see. Unlike the Ocean Rodeo or the Ozone Rodeo does not have any sort of like Y struts or anything to grab onto. They just have your normal front end. You've got your pump leash right here. And then, of course, you could also do your wrist strap on there. I'm going to spin this around. We'll take a look at the back side. All right, so it definitely feels lighter in the hands. This is 5 meters, and again, it comes in at 4 pounds. So this is about 20% lighter than a comparable 5 meter from Ozone. So we'll see how much of a difference that is when we feel it on the water, but a 20% lighter should make a difference. Again, the strength also should be there because you've got a Lula reinforcing right there where we meet the middle strut. Around the windows is a Lula. There's some Alula on the trailing edge, and then of course the Alula where we bond the leading edge to the canopy. And then of course that main strut is all Alula. So this should be stiffer and stronger than a comparable wing. It is a little more expensive, and there will be a full Alula leading edge model coming out later, but it's not there yet. As far as the profile, this looks to me, in terms of the amount of, what would we call it, camber to it, that it reminds me a lot of the F1 in that way. So I'm really excited about getting this out on the water. The problem is, of course, we've got no wind or thunderstorms and lightning, and so we've been stuck now for the 2 days that these have come in. But you're welcome to give them a try if you want, and just take our word for it, or you can wait till we get a full review of it out on the water. Again, adventurekiteboarding.com, 414-367-WAVE.